All right, everybody. All right. I'm giving everybody a few minutes to come on in for Money Talk Mondays. Listen, this is going to be an amazing episode. You want to make sure you like, comment. You want to make sure you tag your friends, your family, and everybody that you know. This is going to be an amazing episode. You don't want to miss it. So I want everybody to come on in. Make sure y'all come on in. Make sure y'all, definitely, tag everybody that you know. And listen, we definitely gonna get this show going on. All right. As you know, this is Money Talk Mondays. I am your host with the most, Jawaan Sween, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in to today's episode. I'm not gonna belabor the hour. I want to get right into this episode. I want to get right into this topic. So I want everybody to make sure y'all like. I want y'all to please comment. I want y'all to please tag, and I want y'all to please share this broadcast. All right. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a blessing. It's going to be food for your soul. So you want to make sure that you are in a proper place and a proper space to take notes. Whether you're at work, you're on break, you're at home, wherever you are, you want to make sure that you are taking notes at all times, because this information is definitely going to help you in your financial journey. So listen, let's get into today's episode, okay? Let's get in. I want y'all to once again, I want y'all to like, comment, tag, and share. I want y'all to make sure you tap in and you tune in to Money Talk Mondays on the Go Judah Broadcasting Network and on the various platforms such as the Go Judah app. I want you to also tune in via YouTube at Go Judah. That's GOJUDAH, on Apple TV, Roku TV, on Amazon TV, and on so many other platforms. We want you to tune in so that you can be able to watch Money Talk Mondays every Monday at 12 p.m. or 12:15 p.m. rather, Eastern Standard Time, all right? So listen, let's get into today's episode. Today's topic will be coming from the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verses 9, okay? The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verses 9. So we're going to read that, all right? Galatians 6, verse 9. It reads, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." I'm going to read that again. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. We will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Today's topic is going to be titled, "I Won't Forfeit My Harvest." My God, I want y'all to put that in the comment section below. I won't forfeit my harvest. No matter what I may be going through, no matter what trials and tribulations life may throw at me, I will not forfeit my harvest. All right. So that's what we're going to be delving into. So based upon this scripture that we're reading in Galatians 6 and 9, we have to first identify and define a couple of words. The first word we're going to define to gain more clarity about this lesson is the word weary. Somebody put weary in the comment section below. Come on, I'm on fire right now. The second word we're going to define in respect to this topic, in respect to this message in this text, is the words doing good. All right. We're going to define doing good. That will be the second word we define. And to encapsulate this message or this lesson, we're going to define the word sow. And we're going to define the word reap. And we're going to define the word give up. Okay. We're going to define the word sow, the word reap, and the word give up. All right. So we got to first identify and define what the word weary means. There's two definitions to the word weary, because in Galatians verse 9, it says, "Let us not become weary in doing good." Let us not become weary in doing good. What does that definition or what does that word mean? What does weary mean? Let's delve in really quickly. So weary, the first definition of weary is classified as feeling or showing tiredness. Feeling or showing tiredness, especially as a result of excessive exertion. Okay, that's the first definition. If y'all taking notes, I'm gonna go slow. All right. Weary is the feeling or showing tiredness. Weary is classified as feeling or showing tiredness, especially as a result of excessive exertion. All right. So that's the first definition. The second definition of weary is exhausted in strength, endurance, vigor, or freshness. Exhausted in strength. That's what weary means. You're exhausted in strength. You don't have any strength left. Exhausted in endurance. You don't have any more energy. You don't have any more stamina. You don't have any more endurance to keep on going. You don't have any more ingenuity to keep on going. Vigor. That's power. That's strength. You don't have any more vigor to keep going. Exhausted in vigor or freshness. You don't feel fresh. You feel depleted. You feel tired. You feel overworked. Come on, somebody. You feel drained, for the lack of a better term. That's what the word weary is defined as. So if we interpret the text and paraphrase it, and we substitute these words and these definitions, we could piece it together like this. Let us not become exhausted in doing good. Let us not become tired in doing good. Let us not become drained in doing good. Let us not lack strength to push forward. Let us not lack the endurance of doing good or in doing good. Let us not lack the freshness or the vigor in doing good. That is what this particular verse is telling us. That we should not grow weary when we're grinding, when we're building, when we're establishing, when we're trying to create generational wealth, when we're trying to own and establish businesses that we can pass down for our families, that to establish businesses that we can own in order to create a better lifestyle for ourselves, for our children, for our heirs, and for those people that we love. We cannot grow weary. I know when we're grinding, when we're working, when we're concepting, when we're strategizing, when we're doing all of these things to ensure that we have a successful future, especially financially, I know it can get tiring. I know it can get frustrating. I know it can get really hopeless at times. I know there's times where we get discouraged and we want to quit, but the Bible is telling us, do not become weary in doing good. Do not lack the strength to push forward. I know it may be hard. I know it may be tough. I know it may be rough. I know you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place. But the bottom line is God is letting us know in this Bible, in the book of Galatians chapter 6, specifically in verse number 9, that we should not grow weary in doing good. We should not become tired in doing good and doing the things that we need to do in order to become wealthy. Come on, somebody. So that's the second definition of weary. The first definition of weary was feeling or showing tiredness, especially as a result of excessive exertion. The second definition of weary, just to recap, is exhausted in strength, endurance, vigor, or freshness. Lack of strength to push forward. Anybody ever had a lack of strength to push forward? Come on, I know I have at times, but the bottom line is the book is telling us and letting us know that we should not become weary in doing good, in handling our business and doing what we need to do in order to ensure that we have a successful future, especially financially. Come on, somebody. I'm moving on. The next word that we have to define is doing good. Somebody put doing good in the comment section below. Come on, somebody. Somebody put doing good in the comment section below. Doing good, all right? Doing good. Let us not become weary in doing good. Let us not become weary in doing good. All right. So doing good. Let's define that word really quick. Let's unpack that. Doing good is defined as standing on business. Listen, I don't know about you, but in 2024, I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business in 2024. I'm standing on business and financially. I'm standing on business when it comes to building my brand, building my businesses, establishing my network of different people, building relationships, building connections, doing things that will put me in a better position financially, investments, etc. I'm standing on business in the year 2024, and you got to make a decision that you're also going to stand on business as well, that you're not going to let anybody stop you or distract you from really achieving the financial goals that you have set for yourself, especially in this year of 2024. So doing good. Let us not become weary in doing good and standing on business. We got to stand on business. We got to handle our business. We got to establish businesses. We got to learn information that is necessary and that is absolutely imperative and essential in order for us to become wealthy, in order for us to become financially independent. We have to stand on business. We got to be intentional. Intentionality is a word that I want everybody to apply. Intentionality. That means that you are doing things on purpose in order to fulfill your purpose. So, in other words, you have to be intentional about learning financial knowledge and information that's going to help you become financially successful. If you want to remain broke, listen, that's on you. But if you want to become rich and wealthy and you want to change your life financially, then I suggest you learn all of the information, all of the principles that you need to learn and that you need to comprehend and apply in order for you to be a lot further than you are financially. That's the only way out. That's the only way out of the rat race. That's the only way out of the struggle. That's the only way out of the poverty curse. Come on, somebody. That's the only way to break generational curses financially, or the poverty curse. That's the only way to stop the financial bleeding. That is the only way, by taking the information that we are learning and applying it, standing on business. Listen, somebody put that in the comment section below. I'm standing on business in 2024. I'm not going to be spending my money frivolously or carelessly. I am going to save my money. I'm going to invest my money. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep building. I'm going to keep concepting. I'm going to keep on figuring out and finding out ways and developing multiple streams of income that will help me become wealthy so that I can pass it down to my family and put them in a better position. Come on, somebody. I'm getting hyped right now. So doing good, the first definition is standing on business. That's what doing good is, all right? After I've done my research and my due diligence, this is what I was able to interpret from this text, based upon a financial perspective. Doing good, standing on business. So let us not become weary in standing on business. Let us not become weary in grinding. Let us not become weary in working. Let us not become weary in building, right? Let us not become weary in learning information, just like we talked about previously. Learning information, learning different principles, learning different concepts. Come on, learning different algorithms, pardon me. Learning different algorithms that we can apply, come on, somebody, to our financial situation so that we can improve our financial status. So let us not become weary in learning. Never get tired of learning. I want y'all to catch what I just said. Never become tired of learning about this information. At times it may seem like it's boring, but you got to become excited. You got to become hungry when you're learning about this information, when you're learning about the things of finance, the things of business, the things of entrepreneurship, the things that will help you create wealth, help you generate wealth, help you transfer wealth. You got to be obsessed with learning and educating yourself, but you also have to apply what you are learning, because education without application is just information. Come on. I don't think y'all heard what I just said, so I'm going to say it again for the people in the back and the people in the chat. Come on, somebody. Education without application is just information. So it is cool to learn. It is awesome to learn. But if you are not applying the information that you are learning and obtaining, it's just information at the end of the day. Come on, somebody. So you cannot become weary in learning about this information, because this information is going to change your life. That's why it's not taught in our school system. We can teach algebra, we can teach statistics, we can teach trigonometry, we can teach geometry, we can teach all of these other subjects. But why is it that our school system still does not implement or even considers implementing financial literacy, implementing classes about business, classes about entrepreneurship, about wealth creation? Why is it that our schools don't want to implement these teachings or these lessons into our schools, into the curriculums? Come on, somebody. Because they understand how critical, how important, and how essential this information is, and how life-changing this information is. And if every student took the time to learn this information and apply it, man, every student will be rich. Every student will be wealthy. Our school system, unfortunately, doesn't want that. They want to keep our kids in debt. They want to keep you in debt. They want to keep me in debt. But listen, the only way out is for us to learn this information and apply it so that we will not remain in debt. We can get out of debt. We can teach people how to avoid falling into debt and help them become financially independent, so that they can build and create generational wealth. All right. So again, doing good, standing on business, grinding, working, building, learning, personally developing, creating, concepting, strategizing, and accumulating. So I'm going to put it all together. Let us not become tired. Let us not become weary in standing on business. Let us not become weary in grinding. Let us not become weary in working hard and working smart. Let us not become weary in building our empire, building our businesses, building our foundation. Let us not become weary in learning about this information that's going to help us become financially independent. Let us not become weary in personally developing, working on our mind, working on our mentality, working on how we think, how we articulate ourselves, how we speak, how we move, how we invest, what we invest in, what we are learning, what we are watching, what we are listening to, what we are feeding our brain, what we are feeding our spirit. We got to be intentional, but we cannot become weary in doing these things repeatedly, because these are the things that's going to help us propel to that next level of greatness. We cannot become weary in creating wealth, creating different things that's going to maximize our chances of becoming wealthy. We cannot become weary in creating multiple streams of income, creating ways to multiply our finances and multiply our money. We cannot grow weary. We cannot become tired in doing these things that's ultimately going to help us create a better lifestyle. I don't know about you, but I want a better lifestyle for me. I want a better lifestyle for my family, for my future children, for my future wife. Come on, somebody. I want a better lifestyle for my community. I want a better lifestyle for my generation. I want a better lifestyle for everyone that is willing to go out and get it. But you have to put in the work, and you cannot grow tired. You have to keep that fire burning. You got to keep that passion burning, and you got to keep that hunger. You got to keep that hunger. You got to keep that ambition. And you got to continuously create and be intentional about concepting, about strategizing, about doing your due diligence, about accumulating assets, about accumulating information and accruing knowledge that's going to help you get to where you need to go financially. All right. So that is what doing good is. The Bible is telling us, don't become weary in doing good. Don't become weary in doing good. Don't become weary in doing what you need to do in order to strive financially, in order to thrive financially. Come on, somebody. In order to become prosperous financially. Don't stop doing what you're doing. I know it's hard. I know it don't make sense right now. I know all of your friends is splurging and they go on to different parties and different get-togethers. I know your friends, they may be splurging, they may be going on different vacations. I understand that. But you doing what you got to do right now, so that in 5 to 10 years, when everybody's crying broke, everybody's crying bankrupt, listen, they're going to be coming to you for loans and handouts because you made a decision to do good, to handle your business, to stand on business, to take care of your business, to build your business, and to accumulate assets that put you in a position to become wealthy. Come on, somebody. Are y'all with me? Come on, let me know in the comment section. Is this good so far? I'm almost done. So now we have to differentiate, and my time is almost up. Now we got to differentiate the two terms we got to differentiate the word sow and the word reap. We have to define the word sow, and we have to understand the difference between the word sow and the word reap. The word reap and the word sow. The word sow and the word reap. Somebody put that in the comment section below. Sow and reap. Reap and sow. Sow and reap. Reap and sow. So we got to define what the word sow means. Sow means to plant with seed. I'm going to read that again for those that are taking notes. I'm going to read and I'm going to recapitulate this again. Sow means to plant with seed. To plant with seed. Okay? That's what sow means. To plant with seed. To plant with seed. To plant with seed. That's what sow means. To plant with seed. Right? But reap. Somebody type reap in the comment section below. That's to receive a reward or benefit as a consequence of one's own or other people's actions. Again, reap means to receive a reward or benefit as a consequence of one's own or other people's actions. That's what reap means. To receive a reward or benefit as a consequence of one's own or other people's actions. So reap means to receive, to receive. So the second part says, so I'm going to read it again, verse number 9. Hear me carefully. Let us not become weary in doing good. For at the proper time, at the appointed time, at the right time, we will reap, we will receive a harvest if we do not give up. We will receive the benefit. We will receive the blessing. We will receive the wealth. We will receive the riches. Come on, somebody. If we do not give up. In other words, you get out what you put in. I don't think y'all heard me. In other words, you get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. So basically, if you are, how do I say this? You get out what you put in. I want y'all to hear me. You get out what you put in, right? So if you put in hours of studying about investments, about business, about entrepreneurship, about credit, come on, somebody, about different business entities. If you are putting in the work, you're putting in the time to study. You're putting in the time that it takes to master your craft. You're putting in the time that it takes to learn about different investments, learn about different assets that you can accumulate. Guess what you're going to get out of it? You're going to become wealthy. You're going to get wealth out of it. You're going to get success out of it. You're going to get financial independence out of it. You're going to get passive income out of it. Come on. You're going to get portfolio income out of it. You're going to get residual income out of it. Come on. You're going to create dividends and receive dividends. That's going to come from putting in the work, doing the research, and applying the education and the information necessary in order for you to become wealthy. So reap means to receive a reward. That is the reward that you are going to receive as a result of doing the work. But the Bible tells us that we cannot become weary in doing what we need to do, because at the right time, we're going to reap the harvest if we do not give up. We're going to see the riches. We're going to see the wealth. We're going to see our money and our cash flow accumulate if we do not give up. You can have it if you don't give up. You can have the riches, you can have the wealth, you can have the residual income, you can make the passive income, you can acquire the assets, you can create the lifestyle that you want, you can travel the world, you can do what you want to do, live life on your own terms if you do not give up. If you don't give up. If you do not give up, that's why it's critical. We're all going to go through hard times. We're all going to go through dark times. Come on, it's not always going to be peaches and cream. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. But at the end of the day, the Bible is letting us know that we can have it all if we do not give up. If we continue to persevere, if we continue to press, if we continue to push forward, if we continue to view our adversity as opportunities and take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to us. If we do our due diligence, if we study, if we apply the information that we learn, if we build relationships, if we build connections, then, my God have mercy, we'll be able to reap the harvest that we've been working so hard to receive. Come on, somebody. If we don't give up. That brings me to my last point. What does the word give up mean? Give up means to cease making an effort. My God. So at the appointed time, at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not cease making an effort. We will reap a harvest if we do not resign oneself to failure. If we do not resign ourselves to failure. We will reap a harvest if we do not stop trying. We will reap a harvest if we don't lose heart. If we keep the faith. We won't, my God have mercy. We will reap a harvest if we don't give in. We will reap a harvest if we don't surrender. We will reap a harvest if we don't abandon our hope. That's a big one. If we don't abandon our hope, we will reap the harvest that we've been working so hard to receive. We will reap a harvest if we do not admit defeat. I will not admit defeat. I will not accept defeat. If we don't accept defeat and we keep on pushing, we keep on persevering, then we'll be able to receive the harvest and reap the harvest that we are working so hard to get. We will reap a harvest if we do not quit. And lastly, we will reap a harvest if we do not forfeit. Do not forfeit your harvest because you made a decision to give up prematurely. Do not forfeit your harvest. If you quit now, you will forfeit your harvest. If you quit now, you will forfeit your blessing. If you quit the journey and the process right now, my God have mercy, you will forfeit everything that you've been working so hard to get. My God. In other words, and I'm moving, I'm done. We can have it if we don't quit. I want y'all to let that sink in. We can have it if we don't quit. If we don't quit, we can have it. Everything that we worked hard for, we can have it. We can have it. Everything. The lifestyle, the wealth, the financial freedom, the businesses, the assets, the investments, we can have it if we don't quit. So I'll leave you with this and I'm done. If you keep persevering, you stay consistent, you stay persistent, you don't admit to defeat, you don't quit, you don't give in, you don't lose heart, you don't stop trying, you don't cease to make an effort, I promise you, you will receive everything that you've been working so tirelessly to gain. And nothing or nobody will be able to stop you from receiving all that God has for you. All right? So did y'all enjoy that today? Listen, if y'all enjoyed it, please let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you for communicating and engaging. You know, it's always a blessing for you to tune in to my show, Money Talk Mondays, every Monday at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, don't forget to tune in on the Go Judah Broadcasting Network on our Facebook page. Don't forget to tune in on the Go Judah app. That is our app. We want everybody to download the app if you haven't done so already. You can also tune in and watch us on Apple TV, on Roku TV, on Amazon TV, and on so many other platforms, on YouTube at Go Judah. Just tune in, watch Money Talk Mondays, watch all of the wonderful things that we have broadcasted on these platforms as well. And listen, you can also sow a seed at Go Judah on Cash App, on $ Go Judah on Cash App. You can definitely sow a seed. You know, any contribution will definitely be a blessing. But we want you to continue to support the ministry, continue to support the movement, support the show, support the network. If this has been a tremendous blessing to you thus far, all right. And for all of my Canadian delegates and all of my international delegates, you can definitely sow your seeds via e-transfer. Amen. That is empowerment at gojudah.com. That is empowerment at gojudah.com for our international delegates. If you would like to sow a seed via e-transfer, once again, that is empowerment at gojudah.com. All right. Well, listen, everybody, I thank you once again for tuning in. It was an absolute pleasure and privilege to serve and to just relay this information and knowledge to you. Again, continue to like, tag, comment, and continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, continue to turn on your notifications for all of the upcoming shows and all of the wonderful things that we have broadcasted on our platforms. All right. I love y'all.